So you're thinking about moving to Pearland, Texas. Well, today we're going to go over a map view of the city, and I'll show you some highlights, some key areas that you might want to be looking out for or might be interested in, and just get you a little bit more familiar with the city of Pearland, just outside of Houston to the south. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to share my screen with you. That way you can see the map. All right, here we are. So, as you can see, I've got the city of Pearland here outlined in red. So, it's kind of long and narrow, going from east to west, and it is approximately 13 miles south of Houston. 12 and a half, 13 to there, 15 to this part of Houston. So, it's very close in proximity to the city of Houston. And that's actually why a lot of people will move to Pearland. There's another there's another reason why most people move to Pearland, and that's because they're going to be working in either the medical center or the Houston Ship Channel. So this area here is the Houston Medical Center. And so that's where you're going to have Memorial Hermann, Methodist, Texas Children, Shriners. Basically, every hospital that we have, they have a branch here in this area. Now, we do have a small medical community down here off of 288, which is actually really nice for a lot of the companies that are located in the med center will have outpatient facilities here, and so it's very convenient for people to get over there and just see their doctors at their offices over there. Now, another area that I would want you to or another thing I want you to take note of is that in Pearland, we kind of have this east side, west side thing going on a little bit, where it's really, I mean, we divide our little league by east and west. We have an east and west junior high and middle school. So, it really, when people ask you about, oh, where do you live in Pearland? A lot of times they want to know whether or not you live on the east or the west side. Not that it matters, both sides are great. But the east side over here is going to have a little bit more of a rural feel to it. Most of the communities are surrounded by lots or some sort of agricultural land, or just sporadically spread out over here. And then this side is going to be the west side of Pearland. Now, one important thing to note about the east and the west sides of Pearland is that you are going to have different high schools. All right. And actually, on the west side of Pearland, you have two different high schools. One of them is going to be right here, and this one is called the Shadow Creek Ranch High School, and that one's actually zoned to Alvin ISD. So we have two different ISDs. The properties located on this part of West Pearland are going to be Alvin ISD. So I'll make a little text box there, Alvin ISD. And so they are going to be zoned to the Shadow Creek Ranch High School. Then you've got the properties in this area are going to be Pearland, but they are going to be zoned to the Glenda Dawson High School. If I can get a text box to create. These are going to be zoned to, okay, which make a text, create a text box for me. This is going to be the Glenda Dawson High School area. So let me move that out of the way a little bit. So those folks there will be zoned to the Glenda Dawson High School. And then over on the other side, we have the side that is zoned to Pearland High School. So you can see there's just some differences there. I mean, we do have three main high schools in this area that kids can go to. We do have some private schools in the area as well if you're interested in that. We've got Lutheran school and a couple of other private schools in this area. One of them is over here next to San Jacinto Community College, and then there's another one over here in the League City area. You've got Pearland, Friendswood, and then League City to the right here or to the east. So that's what you need to know about the schools, is that you've got the three high schools and we've got many other schools as well and smaller schools, but those are going to be all zoned to Shadow Creek Ranch High School, Glenda Dawson High School, and Pearland High School. Now, if you have a kid that is going to the Pearland High School or Glenda Dawson High School, they're all going to go to one location whenever they have football games, track meets, things like that, and that will be here at the main high school right here. This is where Pearland High School is, and so that's where your baseball games, your track meets, different things like that are going to be. Now, as I said at the beginning of the video, or as I said in the other video that I have, there are a lot of things to do in Pearland. But if you are interested in some of our outdoor or some of our outdoor venues for shopping or some of our big box stores, those are all going to be located at the Pearland Town Center, which is over in this area. Right here. This is where the Pearland Town Center is. And so I'll zoom in on that area shortly, and then that way you can get an idea of what you could expect to see in terms of shopping and eating. But okay, so this is Shadow Creek Ranch. It's a very large community, and they do have some really nice features. There's no golf course in this community. However, there is a golf course right here. And this one is called the Pearland Golf Club. There we go, Pearland Golf Club. It popped up. And I really enjoy this course. It's a very nice course to play. It's a public course. And so anyone is welcome to play. Just book a tee time and you'll be available to play. Okay, so there is a golf course actually right here in Silver Lake. It's called the Southwick Golf Club. There you go, Southwick Golf Club. This is a nice course as well, and they don't have many sand traps. So if that's a problem for you, then that might be the course to play. So let me zoom back in on the Pearland Town Center to show you what some of the options in terms of shopping and food that you'd expect to get. Okay, so right here you've got Gringo's Mexican Kitchen. In case you didn't know, Gringo's is one of the best Tex-Mex restaurants there is. Then there's BJ's Brew House. We got a La Madeline, Shogun, which is a Japanese steakhouse. Then jumping into the shops, you've got a large Barnes and Noble here, and they do have Starbucks or coffee inside. I'm not sure if it's a Starbucks or not. You got a Tiff's Treats, Fish City Grill. Forever 21, JD Sports, Journeys Kids, regular Journeys, Hot Topic. Down here is the Dillards. In the other direction, you've got the Macy's. Then right here, you've got Dick's Sporting Goods. Over here, you're going to have a Victoria's Secret, Zales, Express. I mean, you can see you've really got everything that you'd expect to see inside of a mall here at what we call the town center. And so my other video, you can see I've got some images and some footage of the town center. It's a really great area to go and take the family. They actually even have some apartments here at the town center, it's kind of neat just to see that. I always think it's neat and would be a neat thing to do to live over here at the town center. But I've never lived in one of those apartments. So across from here, you've got HEB, and if you're not familiar with the area, HEB is one of the best. It's one of the best one of the best supermarkets that you can find. They've got lots of their own personal brands and food options. They've got great food options. Also, they've got a Nico's in here and a sushi bar, so you can get any of that. Then we've got an Academy and Hobby Lobby over here. See, so like really any of the shopping that you would want, they have over here at the town center. Now, there are a lot of different restaurants down 518 or Broadway, which is this main road that kind of runs through Pearland from the east side to the west side. And so when you get over here to Pearland Parkway, you've got another little area of shops and stores that you might want to go to if you live on the east side. I know I live over here on the east side. You can see I'm here in Oak Brook now, and I really like to go to Pearland Parkway and do a lot of shopping there. So they've got an HEB there. There's lots of restaurants, a lot of fast food restaurants, but then they've got some other restaurants like Center Court Pizza and Brew, which is a fantastic pizza restaurant. And then over here down Pearland Parkway a little bit, you've got another great spot, which is Hometown Sports Bar. They've got great food and drinks there, and it's locally owned by one of the people that goes to my church, actually. So you should definitely come and check that out. And then we've even got some great coffee places. First Cup Coffee is a locally owned coffee house, and very soon we're going to have a Pearland Coffee. We have a Pearland Coffee Roasters already, but we're going to have another Pearland Coffee Roasters over here next to Good Vibes very soon. It's going to be right here between the Triple Eight and the Arby's. Then another great restaurant is Good Vibes. I love going to Good Vibes. It's got a great outdoor venue, and they also have a lot of entertainment on the weekends, bands playing, things like that. And then across the street, almost the same thing, Floyd's. They've got a great restaurant there, great food, and they will have weekend entertainment. So there's some things to do on the weekend. And then let me see. So that's a lot of information about the different shopping and restaurants that you could expect from Pearland. It's not a large community. Or it's not too large depending on where you're coming from. Although we do have 111,000 people, or I think it's 127,000 is our population, with a median income of 111,000. And so it is a fairly large community, but obviously when you have Houston, it's small in comparison, since Houston is a really large, sprawling community, as they call it. And so I really enjoy being here in Pearland and some of the things they have to offer. Like I said, we've got the two golf courses. We've got great sports programs for kids. We've got great parks. We've got multiple parks. We also have a park specifically designed for special needs. And most of our parks have special needs equipment there, whether it be swings or wheelchair ramps. We try to make it very inclusive here in the city. And so I think it's a great community, and I think anybody would be happy to live here. And let me show you just how close it is to, okay, so I showed you the Med Center and how the Med Center is, let me circle it for you. The Med Center is right here. Let's measure the distance on this. Let me get rid of that real quick. All right, so the distance from the Med Center is going to be 10 miles. All right, now the distance to the Ship Channel and LaPorte from, let's say, the middle of Pearland is 16 miles. So it's very close commute, whether or not you were being relocated here to our area to work in the Ship Channel, or whether or not you were going to be working in the Med Center. Those are really two of our main areas that people that move into this community, they work in either LaPorte typically or the Med Center, although it is still very close to downtown. And there are a lot of people that will actually, they work in the energy corridor and they commute over, which is a 20-mile drive. Let's see, average drive time to energy corridor from Pearland. Let's see what that is going to be. Yeah, directions. I'll just look up middle of Pearland. So that's going to be about a 37-minute drive. You can expect probably an hour drive during rush hour. So let's look up to LaPorte. And LaPorte's going to take you. A lot of people will work in this area and not all the way down here in LaPorte. So again, it'll take you about 45 minutes to an hour to get to LaPorte. And then let's look up the medical center and see how long it would take us to get there from Pearland. And so this one's the shortest commute, 23 minutes. And so realistically, it'll probably take you about 45 minutes in rush hour traffic to get to work. Now, one thing that I do like to also talk about is our road system in Pearland. Okay. And so I think it's important to know that this road here is called Beltway 8. Okay. This is a toll road. All right. So you will want to get an easy, what we call an easy tag, so that you can travel the toll road very easily. Now, the cool thing though about the toll road is that the toll road goes in a big loop all around Houston. Okay, and that one's called Beltway 8. And so it is really easy and usually very free of traffic. So you're not waiting bumper to bumper when you're on the toll road. Usually you can travel very quickly. And so that's a nice thing about the toll road. And let's see. So this other main road that we have here, we have two other main roads that people will take. You've got this one here, which is 288. That one is free. This one right here is 45, which is free. Then also you might want to know about Highway 6, which is also a free road. So you don't have to pay any tolls on those. And then if you wanted to know or see the distance to Galveston, I'll show you that as well. Directions to Galveston. So you can get from Pearland to Galveston in 49 minutes right now. There's a little construction right now. With no traffic, it's 45 minutes. So on a weekend, typically 45 minutes, and you're in Galveston, and you can enjoy any of the restaurants or scenery that they have. And obviously the beach, but we've also got great bays in case you were interested in fishing. And then also in Galveston, they've got a great water park. They've got Schlitterbahn Water Park in Galveston, which I love to go to with the family, get a season pass. It's relatively cheap. You get a season pass and it's like paying for going twice. So usually we'll try to go there, every other weekend if we can and have a lot of fun. They've also got a golf course there at Moody Gardens. And if you're not familiar with Moody Gardens, that's where Schlitterbahn is, right next to Moody Gardens right here. I'll give you a little map and overview. So this is our main water park that we would like to go to is down here in Moody Gardens or Schlitterbahn, and then Moody Gardens is right here, and they've got these giant pyramids. It's really cool. They've got a rainforest pyramid and an aquarium pyramid, and so let me go click here, and you kind of see this is Galveston. We've got lazy river, wave pool, lots of slides. It's really a fun time. And then Moody Gardens is also a fun time for the kids that they can see and explore. Here we go. Here's a picture of it. This is one of them. This is the rainforest one, and the gold one is the gold one is the aquarium one. That's the rainforest. This one's the aquarium one. Let's see if they have a picture for us. All right, 1 second. Well, I was looking for a photo of the outside. You can see it here in the background, but it's the not the gold one, it's the blue one. Um, no, it's the gold one. Give me a second. All right, so let me do the street view here, kind of show you. Google Maps is fantastic. It's a fantastic tool. So there's the hotel. There's Schlitterbahn you can see in the distance, and then okay, I'm sorry, not the gold one. They have a small little one as well. But here's the blue one's the aquarium, the clear one's the rainforest, and then actually over here you've got an airplane museum, and so that's really cool to see if you've never been. We've got a lot of military museums in our area. Now there is another reason why people might move to Pearland, and that's if they were stationed or working at Ellington. They wouldn't be stationed at Ellington. I guess that's where they would be working is Ellington Field, which is right here at the end of Dixie Farm Road. So if you come out of Pearland on Dixie Farm Road, actually my neighbor 2 houses down, he works here at Ellington Field, and this is a military airport. They do have private use as well, but we do have that's where they have the air show, and they do have military planes coming in and out of there. It is a military base. So it doesn't have too many people there, but enough to relocate guys and move them in and out of our community. I've got two friends that work at Ellington. There's another reason. I know there's a lot of people in my east side of Pearland that also work at the Space Center Houston. And my father-in-law even works out here at NASA. So if you wanted to take the kids to Space Center Houston, it's right over here. Very close. Let's see, directions to Pearland, Texas. There you go. 22 minutes, so 40 minutes in rush hour. We usually just double whatever it says in rush hour. And then actually another great attraction is the Kima Boardwalk. I'll show you some pictures. So here, if you do have any boating or say you have a yacht or a sailboat, then you can dock it right here at Kima Boardwalk. But if you don't have that, you can still come and enjoy the boardwalk. They've got a carnival. They've got great restaurants. Oh, this is a really good picture. They've got, yeah, roller coaster. This place is a lot of fun. I like to take the kids. Restaurants would include, Saltgrass, the aquarium, which is a Landry's restaurant. They've got Bubblegum Shrimp Company, Landry Seafood House, and they've got tons of parking. And then there's even some bars and other venues here. And then one place I really enjoy is Tookies and T-Bone Tom's, which is right here. And so that's another great community to go to. And then if you're interested, there is even you can join. If you're interested in golf, they have South Shore Harbor Golf Course. Uh, I don't know why it's not showing up in green, but South Shore Harbor Golf Course is right here. Usually they map it out in green. And then there's multiple other marinas around here that you can visit. And then there's also David Braun Park is a great park to take the kids. Clear Lake Park is another great park to take the kids. And then if you wanted to do any kayaking or paddleboarding, Mud Lake is a no wake zone. So you could do that without fear of being run over by other boats. And then Clear Lake is a great lake to fish in. My buddies caught the biggest trout he's ever caught in Clear Lake. So we've got great fishing there, and it's just 20 minutes from Pearland. So it's another great thing. And I didn't even mention Baybrook Mall because it's not in Pearland. But if you're on the east side, you may even prefer to go over to Baybrook Mall because it's very close. It has even more shops than the Pearland Town Center, and they've added a whole nother wing to Baybrook. They just had the regular mall area, and now they've added a whole outdoor mall section with lots of restaurants and open areas for kids to play. It's really nice now. And then we've got Golf Galaxy over here, and they just opened up the PGA Superstore. We've got a Sun and Ski Sports. I know there's a Carter's over here and an Old Navy, Chuck E. Cheese, PetSmart, Target. So Baybrook Mall is another great option for anybody that might be wanting to go. Then we've also got we've got Samurai Steakhouse, which is a Japanese steakhouse, or a hibachi. And me and my wife, we love their sushi and their hibachi. So that's a fun place to go. Take the family or take the wife. And there also is I can't not mention the Cheesecake Factory. They've got the best cheesecake ever, so you should definitely consider stopping by. So if you are interested in checking out the Pearland area or seeing some of my preferred places to go, and we've got a lot of great places here in town to go and eat at. We've got Killen's Steakhouse, which is rated one of the best steakhouses in the entire state. And maybe higher rated than that. But they've also opened up Killen's Barbecue, fantastic barbecue, and Killen's Burgers, great burgers. So, and Ronnie Killen, he's local to the area, and he's just got some phenomenal food. So we've got some great food here in Pearland, or if you want to travel to Clear Lake, or even want to get into downtown to go, or the Galleria area. If anybody talks about the Galleria area, that's located just over here, which would be a little bit to the west. Med Center's here, a little bit to the west and north of the Med Center. You've got River Oaks and Uptown, which these are more of our higher end areas, but great areas to visit, great areas to shop and eat at. You've always got something to do. In Houston, you've always got something to do. Any weekend of the year, we've got great weather. If you don't like the heat, there's always cold AC. And if you don't like the cold in the winter, then there's always a warm place to go. So it's a great area, a lot of things to do, and just contact me whether or not you are looking to buy any real estate in the next 9 days or 9 months. Me and my team will be here to help you. And I look forward to talking to you. Thank y'all for watching.